What is up, Night City? Today, we're diving back into the Cyberpunk TCG Kickstarter. And yeah, this thing just went full chrome. This video was sponsored by WeirdCo, but I've got full freedom to say whatever I want. So this is my honest, unfiltered take. And honestly, my opinion has changed a little bit. As of April 6th, 2026, this Kickstarter has already hit 17 million with 10 days left. And that's not just success, that's Night City levels of hype. If you've seen my previous videos, you already know I wasn't a fan of how this Kickstarter started. The stretch goals, the freebies, the beta box, it just wasn't hitting it for me. On launch day, the beta box was basically, and I'm saying this loosely, a pack, quote unquote, with one random promo card. One, from a random pool. That didn't feel preem, that felt cheap. Then after a few more million in funding, they bumped it up to 2 random promos. Still not enough value. Still didn't justify the hype. But here's where things go full Edgerunner. They actually listened. And I don't mean corpo, we hear you, PR shit. I mean they actually changed the product. After all the feedback, people calling it out, raising concerns, and people kind of simping out and defending them, saying, oh, it's okay, it's a freebie, it's a Kickstarter freebie. They actually listened and reworked the beta box. Like, very few people will actually completely rework something like that. That's insane. So now, you get every single promo card that's been unlocked through the stretch goals. Not random, not luck-based, all of them. That is huge. And on top of that, they added a full set of sleeves, a real neoprene playmat, not that paper shit you fold once and throw away in the garbage. And here's the wild part. The Kickstarter keeps climbing, which means they keep unlocking more stretch goals. Like, this beta box is just getting more and more stacked. This is exactly what we want to see from a company. They didn't just get defensive, they didn't double down, they adapted. And because of that, my entire stance on this Kickstarter is changing. Like, what company, when they hit max funding, like not max funding, but they hit all their stretch goals, I don't know any company that I've followed or heard of that keeps adding more stretch goals. Anyone else would have just stopped. But they've literally kept adding more rewards for their supporters and backers. That's pretty amazing. So what should you actually back? The Netrunner pledge is the safest play. For $350, you get 2 booster boxes, great starting point, 2 starter decks, each with its own set of dice. So that's times 2 sets of dice. And most importantly, you get the beta box. So this is the lowest tier that includes the beta box, which you have to have because it's so stacked. Now for full transparency, I'm personally going to back the Afterlife package. I want those extra accessories, and yeah, I'm not passing up those promos, and I play a lot of TCGs. If you follow my channel, you know, and I could absolutely use those if for some reason this game does not take off, which at this point I don't think it can fail. Would I love to go full Night City Legend tier? Oh yeah, absolutely. I've got the eddies for it. But if you watch this channel, you already know I've got way too many hobbies competing for my wallet. And fun fact, my wife is backing the Netrunner tier 2. So she gets her own collection, and yeah, another beta box, double the loot. Alright, so let's bring it back to reality for a second, chooms. If you're thinking these beta boxes are going to skyrocket overnight, be careful, because there's a lot of supply. Kickstarter supply is huge. 17 million and 10 more days to go. There's so much product out there. So that's assuming if you're thinking that this product is going to double or triple in price, that's $17 million of product. I mean, minus other extras that you think is going to be popped open. Let's be real. A lot of that is probably investor hype and FOMO hype. So people might be dumping it to try to get their money back. But if you're oh, and also I almost forgot, they're also already pre-selling to LGS stores. So those store boxes, they actually have 24 packs instead of 36, and those store boxes do not have the beta symbol. So yeah, there's some distinction, but still the supply is going to be high. So if your plan is to flip, I would be cautious. But if you're like me, you're going to be opening your packs, you're going to be enjoying the art, which this game, the art looks amazing. You're going to be building decks. So honestly, you shouldn't care about the sealed value, because this is about the experience. But if you do care about the sealed value, I would be wary. I wouldn't be buying into this hoping it would, 2x, 3 extra money. This isn't like Riftbound. I mean, it's up to you on how you want to view it. I would like this not to be like Riftbound, because I want to actually get product, which I don't think will be an issue. But for me personally, I would like investors and flippers to not be in any game, like, for example, let's say something lateral in this field. It's Pokemon. Pokemon is a children's game, and there's so many scalpers, and kids can't get product. Their parents can't buy it for them. It's just a giant shit show. So for me personally, I like that there's a lot of product. I want to open shit. I want to be making decks. I want to not have to fight for singles. So I like that there's actually a lot of supply. All right, so let's talk about something I was actually worried about. If you were watching my videos, let's talk about the organized play issue. Before, there was literally zero details, nothing written out except for some podcasts or interviews where they're just like, we got a little organized play in the works. That is a huge red flag for any TCG not having any details. Like, besides the, we'll do it in the future. But again, WeirdCo listened, and they dropped a full roadmap going over their plans for gameplay. So here's a breakdown of the roadmap. We got a image here of their organized play structure. We got the casual LGS path. So we got the pre-release events. We've got weekly Night City Brawl play. The Night City Brawl is like, if you play Magic, that's like the FNMs or the weekly Pokemon events. And those can lead into the Night City Showdown. So what I was led to believe, the Night City Showdown is kind of like every Magic set. If you play Magic, they have like a championship, like a store championship, where at the end of the set they'll do a championship tournament, and you would get a playmat and promos. So there's not a lot of word about exactly what they'll give you for this, but I'm assuming it'll be the same thing. There'll be a playmat and promos to hand out. So this means that your local game store has a clear path to build community. This is huge. They also mentioned that they're working on affordable event kits for the stores. So these event kits are the kits that have the promos for their weekly events. So if you show up and play, maybe you'll get something. Maybe top 8 gets something, and the winner gets a foil promo. But there's no pricing yet. But they did say they want it to be affordable kits for stores. That's huge, because you want players to come to your events. You want to keep this game busy. But yeah, the fact that they're prioritizing affordability, that's massive. Because if stores can run events easily, this game survives, right? So on to the competitive path. So competition on the right side of this screen here. Also, by the way, I love the name for all these events. The Night City Showdown, Night City Brawl, and then the Black Sapphire Invitational Championship. That sounds so badass. Night City District Open, like all of these. Dude, whoever is in charge of the naming for all this, they get the flavor win. High five. But yeah, competitive path. We have the district opens, we have regional, we have invitationals, and this all leads into the world championship. If they actually, so I like this roadmap, and if they actually go through with all this, this is what separates real TCGs from flash in the pan hype, right? You have that ladder, you have that progression. That's something to grind for. This tells me that they're serious about long-term play, because you got your casual gamers on the left, you got the people who just want to play weekly, and the max competition they'll be doing, maybe the Night City Gauntlet, the Night City Showdown, right? The end of the set. Like that's like my kind of level. I might do a Night City District Open. Those are like what I would look at as Grand Prix. Like for Magic, back when I used to be into Standard, when it wasn't a pile of steaming dog shit, I would go to Grand Prix like up to 3 hours away, and I wouldn't have any delusions of winning, but I would still play for fun. I liked going to the event, seeing all the artists, all the booths. I would love to do that for this game if it gets that big, right? So, and then that's for the casual players. And then if people want to step up even higher, they hit up that Black Sapphire. They step into that mysterious building, right? And they can work their way up to the championship. That's awesome. And if they videotape it as badass and cool as Magic, and even Lorcana, like Lorcana even tapes their tournaments like it's a poker game. It's insane. So yeah, I love that they have this and that they're taking it seriously. So where do I stand now? At launch, I was skeptical, but now this is shaping up to be one of the most exciting TCG Kickstarters we've seen, not because it started perfect, but because they actually listen and adapted. That's rare. That's prime behavior. So if you're thinking about backing, don't sleep on it. This thing ends in 10 days. I've got the Kickstarter linked in the description below. Go check it out before it flatlines and let me know. Are you backing this, and what level? What pledge did you get and why? Or are you staying out of Night City? No matter what you choose, I'll catch you in the next one. Chooms, later.